Hello everyone, I am the Dream Envoy, and welcome back to more of Let's Play Winds of Change. Last time, we told everyone about our vision. Finally! It seems like Milas wants us to leave and presumably grab the sword along the way. He never said so, but we both figured that that would probably be a good idea. After all, Sophie apparently has the power to control the blade. I mean, it says that somebody with a ton of spiritual energy can control the blade. We can do that, and apparently, according to our vision, Sophie can do that as well. So, we might as well do that. Meanwhile, we learned that Dalmek had found something, and that had found something that might help him make some sort of agreement with the mayor of that nation I forgot the name of, and that Sophie apparently knows some things from the Triumvirate that no one else knows about. Either way, let's head off to the Great Tree and, well, first of all, there's 2 books that we can grab. Let's grab this one. I examine the table and looking at the scattered pieces of paper. Milas seems is deep in his studies and I'd really hate to bother him. I want to read some as well, so I tried to grab something he's put aside.
On Valenorth's blood leaves. Though it doesn't look like it at first glance, Valenorth is actually settled high atop the mountains of Alestia. Many believe that it is the spiritual energy that keeps our village and its surrounding areas warm. But the reach of this energy is not infinite, and it cannot affect the colder climate seen in Eastcrown. We don't venture into Eastcrown simply because our bodies would not be able to handle it. Either way, that is a separate story, and I wish to touch upon the blood leaves native to Valenorth. At the very top of the grand tree, for an unknown reason, the leaves grow a crimson red. We have no explanation for this, though some people believe that these are the tears from the departed, trying to reach our physical realm. A superstition, to say the least. Every few years, a gale of cold wind comes from Eastcrown and assaults the canopy of Valenorth. This causes many of the leaves to wilt and fall off. The wind carries these dead leaves on a journey through Alestia's skies, including the aforementioned blood leaves. The rest of the world sees the falling of the blood leaves as an omen, a portent of bad things to come. The sky being painted red with these leaves may look scary to some, but those who live in Valenorth see it as a natural event. The Elder of Valenorth.
That is actually really cool. Yeah, that's a really cool indication of how one culture may see something, about how something can be seen one way by one culture, yet a totally different way by another culture. Also, would this imply that the tears of the departed are crimson? Either way, I think that that's pretty darn interesting. Actually, if they're thinking that it's an sign of a bad omen to come, I wonder, the wind from, Eastcrown is really that awful. But I think that's incredibly interesting.
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
Jeez, better bundle up.
The fall of the blood leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
And I saw some books over here. I looked through the books, but nothing seems interesting. Everything that Milas found worth in was already on the table. That on this little desk by the window facing Valenorth. Must be a great place. Great to live in a place with such a nice view. Okay, so it must be over here. Milas isn't using his desk, so I assume it's fair game. I push aside a few papers, looking for anything of note. A book on Solberg grabs my interest as he brought it up. Apparently the spirit idol there has stopped giving off energy.
Valenorth's line of seers. The seers of Valenorth have helped guide our nation to a state of constant peace. Everyone in Valinor lives a simple and happy life under the guidance of the spirit realm. There's only one seer or seeress per generation, and their birth is marked by a surge of energy emanating from our spirit idol located in Solberg. There's a rotation of guards who watch the idol when a birth is expected to take place. As there can only be one seer or seeress at any given time, and the spans of time without them are very small, we can accurately predict when another shall be given to us. With Valinor's small population, it is very rare for multiple births to happen on one night. However, that is not the purpose of my writing. I wish to discuss what was observed on the night of the most recent generation. Typically, the spirit idol will have a burst of light and energy before returning to a dim state. However, with the latest birth, there was no dim state. Only darkness remained when the final seer was given to us. The implications that this has on the future of both Valinor and Alestia are too large to even fathom. We must simply take each day as it comes, knowing our dependence on the spirits will grow smaller and smaller. Now, we must come to rely on the rest of Alestia, instead of only ourselves. I will seek out potential partners in the future. The Elder of Valinor.
Right, you mentioned that to us before that on the eve of our birth. It actually went completely dark, indicating that the spirits may very well be disappearing from Alestia and that we're gonna have to find other means of surviving, especially since apparently this would mean that the winds of Eastground would come over and apparently kill us all because it's too damn cold.
I had no idea that they were hiding such a secret. Valinor could run out of spiritual energy for good? The cold from Eastcrown could easily kill us off.
Orson, don't worry. It could be thousands of years before we run out. Besides, at this point, it's still conjecture.
Are you sure? I get a feeling that it may be sooner than we thought, but either way. Our next objective is a great tree. We can't apparently exit yet, so... The Grand Tree towers above everything else in Valinor. And because of Valinor's attitude, it towers above the world. We take slow steps across the makeshift bridge, holding onto the sides. Valessa stops in her tracks, taking in the surroundings. A hint of confusion appears on her face as she breaks the silence. Stopping as well, Fortem and I listen to her words.
Alright, we really need to talk. Seer, what are your thoughts on all this? You've been totally silent since we left Milas.
I talk to you.
Hey, Valessa, no prying. Let him open up when he wants to.
I talk to you too.
I'm just curious, that's all. It's not like Milas treated us to afternoon tea. Everything is different. Besides, venting can help.
Venting can help. Oh my gosh. That is something I say to my friends all the time. Even though that I don't really like venting too much because I don't like coming across as a whiner, I can say I still say that it's important so that others can help. I feel invigorated, like I finally have a purpose. I'm just taking things as they come, to be honest. I don't know what to think. I feel lost. I'd rather not talk about it, actually.
There's not much else we can do. I'm sure that Dominic will have a lot to teach us. Maybe when we get there, we won't feel so lost.
You know, the reason why I never told you about my feelings before is simply because the game didn't give me the option to do so. She turns back around and we continue walking. I try to admire the scenery, but that attempt is short-lived. Fartem, who has taken the lead, also stops in his tracks.
Actually, on the subject of venting, there's something I need to get off my chest. Or, I guess, there's something I need to ask you to.
Let's hear it.
Sure. What is it?
I know we don't like talking about this, and sometimes we pretend it never even happened. But we can't anymore. We're going to Mazeo. So I think now we need to face the facts. That's the last place our parents were... I mean, they were there when it happened.
So we were apparently originally from the place that I literally forgot the name of again. Something started with an M. Wow, I am awful with names lately. But apparently we were originally from there, and that's where our parents were killed.
Casualties of the occupation.
Now we have the chance to fight back against the Triumvirate. They were directly responsible for what happened there. Are we doing this for Alestia? Or for ourselves?
Well, hopefully for Alestia, for the greater good.
You mean revenge? Fortim, I don't know how to answer that. All of our parents... That was so long ago.
Though I'm very surprised that you didn't hold a grudge. I mean, continue saying that they're wonderful rulers even though that they killed your parents.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not. But we can't just fight because Milas told us to. We each need a purpose, even if they're different.
Got a point.
I guess I want Alestia's freedom. Is that not reason enough to fight?
I'm with you, Valessa.
That's a goal, Valessa, not a purpose. Let me ask the Seer. Why do you fight? What weight will you carry with that blade?
I fight because I'm recording all of this on video. A desire to avenge our parents. A dream that no one else would lose their home. The drive to protect my friends from danger. I was forced into this. I'd rather not talk about it. This is more selfish, but it's only something that I would say.
Good. Tap into that drive whenever you can. Don't let any swing of your blade lack purpose. A fight without purpose is a fight you'll never win.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't grab the other option then.
I have more to say though, so hold on. Our parents went to Mazeo together. As a group of friends. Now, we're doing the same. And trust me, I'm worried.
So maybe they, didn't live in Mazeo, but simply just traveled there?
They got caught up in a fight, and we will too. But I don't want to die. I want to save Alestia. So promise me, we'll stay together. Right until the end.
Remain silent, dude. I'll be a piece of cake, I'm not sure. Asking me to make a promise I can't keep. Ooh. I have no idea what would happen to us, though. And this is something that I would think, but not something I would say out loud. This is something that I would say out loud.
There we go. That's the spirit. With that attitude, we'll never lose. Now let's get that blade and head to Mazeo.
To Mazeo! To our deaths!
Yeah, I'm about ready to get off this bridge. Not exactly the best place for a heart-to-heart. Though, honestly, I'm glad you opened up.
Yeah, heart to heart. That's another thing from the Xenoblade Chronicles. And I'm making comparisons between this game to Xenoblade and Chrono Cross. I don't know why Chrono Cross, but mostly Xenoblade.
And actually, I think I found my purpose. I want to fight to protect my closest friends. So, about that promise, I'll be here, right until the end.
I nod and they smile at one another. A few moments later, we continue our trek to the Grand Tree. This time, however, we reach our goal with no interruptions. Hey, we've been here before. Hope the sword is here. As soon as we enter, we all spread out. Perhaps covering more ground would help us find it easier. However, much to our surprise, it's out in the open.
Wait, that's it?
It's wrapped up in a sack in front of the Grand Tree's altar. Great hiding place! Sophie would totally never find it there. Oh my god. Wait, check if it has the gear on it. The general shape and size was easily discernible to me. Okay, confirmation. It was the instrument of my death and Valenor's destruction.
There's a letter attached to it. Let's see what it says.
Wait, hold on. I don't think we're supposed to touch it. We should probably leave this one to the seer.
I'm sure it's fine as long as it's covered up. Very well. Feel free to do the honors.
Okie dokie. They both look at me, leaving me little choice in the matter. It's not like they had any choice in this either. Taking slow steps to the altar, I look down at the letter.
Well, what does it say?
Give us a chance, give us a chance. I kneel down and pull off the letter, breaking some adhesive. What, it's like glued on there? It's from Milas, and it gives us a bit more information. None of us really left Valinor, so guidance is helpful.
Instructions from Milas. Thank you for following my directions. It's good to know we'll be able to work with each other on this grand endeavor. Hidden inside this package here is the blade we talked about earlier, otherwise known as the Blade of Exodus. I'm not sure why it's been given such a name, but it was the Triumvirate's choice. As soon as you take it, please ensure that it never leaves your sight. A guide, Zamira, will be waiting for you on Main Street. He'll guide you to Peregrino, where you'll meet up with Pro, a trusted ally and longtime rebel. From there, Pro will guide you to Mazeo. Pro might seem a bit incompetent at first, but he's simply been following my orders. Having him come here and get you, as Damek originally planned, was much too risky. Instead, I told him to pass time in the tavern until you bring the blade to him. I had Zamira meet him in the dead of night in Valenorth's outskirts to retrieve the blade and bring it to where you are now. This way, no villagers were aware, and there was no chance of complications arising. I'm sure Damek will understand this delay. One final thing. I authorize you with access to Solberg, now that you know its secret. Feel free to stop there on your journey.
Solberg, huh? Alright. So meet Zamira to guide us to Peregrino, where we'll meet Pro, who would take us to Mazio. Along the way, we can stop by Solberg, but our main goal is to meet up with Damek and Mazio. Got it. Put the letter in my pocket and look at Fartem and Valessa. Seems our next objective was clear, much better than before. If Milas simply threw us into the wild, we'd get lost immediately.
The Blade of Exodus. That's a bit of a weird name, isn't it? Do you think that's the person who made it?
Exodus has a different meaning to me. I actually did grow up in a Christian family, so my idea of Exodus is, you know, the whole legendary crossing of the Red Sea and all that. But I don't know, it'd be pretty funny if there was an actual person named Exodus.
Or maybe it's a title for whoever wields it. You know, something like Seer or Cirrus. What about it? Should we call you Exodus?
Let's just stick with Nordasoon. That's such a stupid name. Oh, that's mean. Let's just stick with... That's really mean. I'm tempted just to be... But, I'm tempted to say that just in a jest, but, nah.
Yeah, especially if the Triumvirate wants it back. Walking around as Exodus would put a huge target on us. That's not something we can afford if we want to blend in.
Alright. Forget I suggested it. Let's get out of here before we waste too much time. We're supposed to meet someone named Zamira, right?
Yep.
I know them. They typically guard the town gate. No better person to carry out a secret mission in the night. I'm glad we'll have a guide. I was starting to worry we'd get lost.
Yeah. None of us have ever left Valinor before. I'm sure it'll be great. We can even check out Solberg. Grab the blade, Seer. The villagers would never question you.
I nod. As a seer, they wouldn't care what I carried. Heck, I could carry, I don't know, oh man. I'm like trying to think of the most insane thing ever. I could be carrying a dragon-shaped battle tank, wearing a pair of purple and pink polka-dotted pantyhose, and they would never question me. That's so stupid. But I'll go with it. That's what I came up with. I can understand if they saw an outsider with this blade. Mylin's plan of using Zamira was definitely the best course of action. If we venture to Mazio, however, some people might stare. But we're in a group, so I doubt they'll try anything. I pity the person who picked a fight with the Blade of Exodus. Hopefully I never have to use it! I carefully unwrap the package. The sight of the weapon causes me to tense up. I can almost feel the pain of last night's vision. Carrying the sword? Yeah, kind of awkward to carry the very same sword you had a dream of slaying you. Valessa and Fortem looked down, seeing it for the first time. I exchanged glances with them before my eyes returned to the blade. I grip it for the first time. That's when everything changes. With a blinding flash of white light, I fall back, landing on the floor. I am unable to see or move. Dead already? Isn't much longer until I can't breathe either. Game over already? I hear Valessa and Fortem call out for me. Game up. Never mind. But as my senses are robbed, their shouts slowly fade. A series of visions play out before me, and I can do little but watch.
You mean this was all just a trap? No, I don't believe it. I'm not giving up.
To think all of that was stored in this. After we tell the people, everything will change.
We will aid you in this fight, but you are no longer a rebellion. Today, you become something much more.
Grace! Think about what you are doing! Without us, there is no freedom!
Don't worry, nothing personal. Just playing with the hand I've been dealt.
The shadowed man approached me with a dagger in his hand. Wait, what was that? I'm recognizing some of these voices. Primarily the triumvirate, and I'm just like, Fortem. Something about running into a trap? Something about the triumvirate saying that we have no freedom? That we'll have no freedom? Sorry, what's going on? Can't fight back, I just watch as he sinks it into my gut. Again! Soon after, I'm paralyzed on the ground. I can hear him laughing. Oh, okay. Lovely. We got stabbed. A second time. Okay. Change of plans? Nobody gets this blade. It is now my burden to carry. I don't know. now I'm even more terrified than ever. I'm more terrified than when I was first stabbed. I mean, you know, when Sophie stabbed me in the vision, maybe we should treat the Blade of Exodus like the One Ring of Power? You know, throw it into the fire, Mr. Seer! No, Fontaine! The sword is mine! It is! My precious! I've been seeing a lot of Lord of the Rings lately. The Peter Jackson films, of course. Considered watching the animated version as well, but Gasparilla, as I gripped the spot before he stabbed me, Valessa and Fortem let out a huge sigh of relief. Maybe I should tell them about another vision I had. In my other hand, I hold the Blade of Exodus tightly. Throw it across the room as I slowly regain my breath. They help me rise to a sitting position, the concern on their faces clear. Thankfully, I'm able to relax before they decide to question me.
What happened?
Wait, how is that possible? The spirits are the ones who give visions. Could it have something to do with your energy?
I'm sorry, I know this is like I'm disturbed, I really am, but this is making me think about Xenoblade again.
Valessa, it doesn't matter. For now, we just need to make sure he's safe.
Oh, right, sorry. Will you be okay? Can you move? Good. I'm glad to hear. Miles left a change of clothes for you. It was tucked underneath the blade, see?
To disguise me? She points to the package that held the blade. Resting there is a set of battle-ready clothing. A holster, or scabbard, is built into the back.
Maybe Miles knew that touching it was risky. If you wear this outfit, you can sheath the blade. It might be best to conceal it and minimize contact.
Wait, then why didn't he tell us that? Seems like a stupid thing to leave out.
Maybe he didn't know?
I guess you have a point. Oh, well, I'm glad that things are fine. You should go get changed, Seer.
I should probably tell you what I saw. She tilts her head to an alcove at the back of the Grand Tree. I guess it would provide sufficient privacy, so I grabbed the clothes. What's modesty between three friends? Turn their backs to give me an extra gesture of consideration. Looks like a mixture of Valessa and Fortem's outfit. Okay. Like a mixed, like a gender-neutral outfit? Well, I guess No, wait, we do have a gender. We'd established that we were a seer and not a seeress at the beginning. Made of flexible material, it was clearly ready for a fight. The scabbard is adjustable. I could position it for my dominant hand. What should I do? Well, I am right-handed, so... Is this really important? I'll tilt it to the right for easy access with my right hand. Not that I expect to be touching the blade all too often. When the rest of the outfit is on, I walk back to the open.
Whoa, that looks really good on you. A lot more fitting than that fancy suit.
That's everything we need then? I mean, aside from the blade?
We all looked to where I threw it earlier. Before we left, I have to touch it again. I can sense the anxiety with my friends. Maybe wear some gloves?
Look, whatever happens, we're here for you. I doubt it'll be as bad as last time. And you're fine.
Could have worded it a bit better. There was truth to it. Such a shock last time. I mean, because I didn't expect it at all. But I was a seer of Valenorth. I was meant to wield this blade. Slowly walks towards it, kneeling down when I get there. Whatever happened this time, I wouldn't let it control me. As I grab it, I remind myself that I am one with the spirits. The white light overtakes me again, but that's all. I can still move, breathe, and sense my surroundings. Deep within me, I feel a connection defying explanation. It's beautiful, and I'd like to stay this way forever. You'd like to be blinded by white light? Unfortunately, the feeling soon turns into something more. In a matter of seconds, the source of beauty is one of fright. I quickly sheathe the blade to prevent any damage. Whatever that was, doing it for too long would hurt me. Again, like the One Ring. Soren can see you. I see you. Anyways. It seems like using this weapon would require some practice.
Well, that looked fine to me. You didn't end up on the floor at least.
It still hurt me. I need to take it easy.
Whoa, really? Milas was right then. It takes strength. Remind me not to touch that thing anytime soon.
Huh? If you want to go through what I've gone through, go right ahead, buddy.
I'm curious to learn more about it. Like, where it came from and who made it. Hopefully we figure that out along the way. So, should we get going? Or is there anything else we need to do?
Yeah, it's best to stock up as best we can.
We're supposed to meet Samira on Main Street, but we should save that until we're ready to leave. One last look around Valenorth couldn't hurt.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Wouldn't want to leave anything behind.
A new feature, Party Banter, has been unlocked. Party Banter? Following this text box, a brief tutorial will display. Previous areas of Valenorth have been updated. Party Banter. While you can talk to party members, they can also talk amongst themselves. That's what I originally thought Party Chat would be. Now we have Party Banter. That's more interesting. Icons in the top right of certain areas will indicate which combination is looking to talk, and whether or not you've viewed that scene before. I love that. I would really love that because it really fleshes out the characters more. They're not just interacting with me, but also each other. We can now leave Valenorth. Yeah, but we want to meet someone first. Clicking the icon exit will... Oh, it will let us meet with Samira. The icon leading to Main Street will function as normal. I already got the book. Okay, there will be up here. Let's do it.
Wow, it's so beautiful inside the Grand Tree. Too bad they rarely let the scribe in training come here. I wish I had more time to spend in Valenorth.
Actually, that's not a scribe in training role. It was more like a Fortum role. No offense.
Wow!
What's that supposed to mean?
Huh. Yeah, no offense? That's very offensive, Alyssa.
You're not exactly a quiet person. This is a sacred place, and silence is essential.
Good point, but still tell him the rules.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have been quiet, I promise. Just like when I go to the library.
Yeah. Alyssa, I love you. I love your smile. I love your personality. I love everything about you, but this is just mean.
Hey, I don't make up the rules. But honestly, I wish I would have fought it. I didn't realize our time here would be so limited. I thought we'd be here until we were old and gray. But to think that Valenorth would just be a small face? You're not the only one who has regrets, Fortune.
At least you were allowed inside. I was kept out because of my big mouth. Well, I guess I'm the only one to blame. I'll try to watch my mouth from now on.
I give you 10 minutes, tops.
Valessa, why are you... Valessa, I love you. You're my favorite character so far, but why are you such a bitch to Fartam? Aside from the fact that you are a female canine.
Hey!
Okay, I love that interaction, but... Well, I love more of the fact that you will get to see that interaction. Those kinds of interactions. Not so much the interaction itself, because man, Valessa is mean. He's just savage to Fartam. Woo! We get to see some of Shane. Awesome. Ah, poor Shane. That's right. He's locked up. Shane paced around his prison cell, feeling the walls. At least he's not chained up to the walls. Looking for any structural weaknesses. Anything he could use. He'd been in here for far too long, and the isolation was messing with him.
Come on, Shane, there's gotta be something. You were supposed to break out of here ages ago. This mission is a bust. Dominic must be worried sick.
He knocked on the hard wall of the cell and found nothing. He'd been here ever since Dominic assumed control of the rebellion. His objective was to get caught on purpose and scan their castle. How well did that work out? But his intel would do little good if this was his final resting place.
Come on, you need to do this. Nobody else has come through here and lived. You're gonna be the first, Shane. I know it.
Yeah, it's a good... Getting some intel by letting yourself get captured on purpose is good in theory, but the thing is you have to be absolutely sure that you can get out. A voice sounds from the doors of the prison. Sylvie enters, laughing at what he just witnessed.
Looks like you're taking this worse than I thought. I need to talk with you, Shane, so come close.
And what makes you think I'll listen?
We haven't yet broken out the torture. But trust me, you're walking a fine line.
I think that you already tortured him. If not beating him before is not torture, then what do you consider real torture?
Whatever, just make it quick. I hate the sound of your voice. That, and I was enjoying my time alone.
To be fair, I like Sophie's voice, but he is an asshole.
You really don't care whether you live or die. Good. I like that in a potential soldier of mine.
Wait, what?
Name your weapon proficiencies.
Wait, what now?
You're the one who caught me, Sophie. You should know full well what weapons I use.
I said proficiencies. Remember how easily I took you down?
Oh, wow.
Fine. I'm good with a bow. I can play with daggers too, but not as well. Just give me some arrows and point to a target.
Shane felt a sense of hope rise within him. If Sophie tried to recruit him, he could gain more intel. Wouldn't it be hard to miss his shots on purpose? Fortunately, his hopes were immediately destroyed.
Good. I'll have no problem finding you a bow. We're leaving on a mission, so follow me. You'll be seeing your allies sooner than you thought.
Sophie, are you gonna somehow force Shane to kill his own people?
Wait, are you smiling? Shane, I don't think you know what's happening. Taking you with me? This is your punishment.
Huh?
Yes. I'll line up a few of your allies. Then you'll show me how well you handle a bow. If you don't obey, I'll make you suffer.
Hold on. Hold on. Was it Shane who killed me in that last vision? If so, Shane, Shane, value your people over yourself, dude.
And if you do obey, well, your friends will think you've defected. They'll give up all hope of rescuing you.
That's fucked up.
Then I can keep you here as long as I like. I know you may not fear death, Shane, which is why I'll give you something far worse.
Shane, don't do it. Just accept the torture, accept the pain, knowing that no one else has to suffer in your place.
Now, come with me. There's much to discuss. And remember what will happen if you disobey. It's time to realize that you belong to me.
Well, that's extremely messed up. Oh, wait, we can explore this area? Huh. Things to look at, but not much. Oh! More of Soviet of such. More to check out then. Okay, well, this is getting to be a very long video, so I think I'm gonna end it here. If you enjoyed this part, say so in the comments, leave behind a like, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I will happily see you guys next time.